Hello there. Welcome, everybody. Hold on, wait. Oh no! I done did it, okay. Anyways, hello. Welcome. And honestly, it's fun going in blind, so you don't have to worry about it. I think you'll be fine. But welcome in. I hope everybody is having a good one. It is another day for Convergence Session 3. My goodness. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with intro. We are, I'm working and thinking about what I can have. There are a lot of things that need to plan out, but hey, guess what? We're 3 episodes in on a hopefully this crazy endeavor of mine, with more stories coming. So, plenty of time to iron some things out, right? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and unmute myself. We were waiting for somebody. If he's in here listening. Tisk. Late are we now? We'll see if he has disadvantage on his next rolls. We'll see. I'm just kidding. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, are we all here?
Hi.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
sort of.
Is Bam here?
He's making a quick call, but he'll be right there.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Welcome in, Onyx. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. We are still waiting. Again, we are still waiting. I hope you guys are ready for... I know, we're about to ban somebody. If you're banned in chat, do you get banned in game? I don't know. We might have to find out.
That sounds like something the DM would know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how the dice call it today. But thank you guys so very much for coming in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are ready for this session. Are you banned in, or do you get banned in real life? Maybe.
They're asking the real questions
Yeah,
here.
these are the real questions. But I think I'm gonna start cutting down the videos instead of just having them like live. I'm just gonna download it and then cut the front, the middle part, like the breaks out. And yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You got this.
Can't believe it.
You got this. You better believe it.
Yeah. There's I don't know. We're still working on the format. Three sessions in. I think there's a lot of room to grow. Things that we need. Just hold on real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself in Discord. Just a quick reminder for anybody that is here, if you would like to watch without any risk of ads, definitely if you have Prime, I would, pass them my way, only if you think I deserve it. If not, the full VODs uninterrupted will be going up onto my YouTube channel. If you guys would like to go over there, youtube.com/@sleepy. Get a subscription over there. It is free. All of the VODs in its entirety will be posted the day of. Don't tell Twitch, okay? Don't tell Twitch. It's gonna be day of. All right. I'm small enough that they won't even bother. So if you can't catch it, if you can't continue to be here for the duration of this session, you can come in and hang out there. I am going to be adding other content along the way. There will be a video that will come out, I'm hoping at the end of this month. There are a few things that I want to add. It's going to be a little short introduction character video that I will be working on. Twitch, who VODs what? Never heard a thing. Exactly. It will be 11 a.m. Yeah, 11 a.m. PST is when we'll start on Sunday. So if you guys are here and you want to get in on some D&D, possibly some TTRPG action, make sure to redeem your channel points for a session. If you haven't made a character, I can go ahead and walk you through it. The next month will be a little bit different. There's going to be a lot of sessions in February, so if you guys want to get in on that, you will have your chance. But yeah, I think that will be all of the announcements. Let's go ahead and unmute myself in Discord. Oh, whoa.
Let's hope they'll get over there.
Are we here now?
Maybe.
Yes, sorry.
Oh
Yes.
my God! I was
apologize.
about to baby rage.
What's up, bro?
Welcome in. No, you're fine. You are good. But
We gave him shit for you. It's fine.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I get shit when I'm not here, so should you.
I know. I'm aware.
All right, good. As long as that we're all in agreement with that. But
Yes.
are we all ready to go?
Maybe.
I guess.
You guess.
I'm getting it there.
All right, thanks everybody for showing up
See you all
to
next
session 3 of Convergence. It was a really good session. And we'll be catching you on the next one. No. So, I guess with that, we'll go ahead and switch things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and
What?
Oh,
switch it up. Here we go.
there's a different scene.
Oh, of course not. No.
Oh.
No. You kidding me? You think I have time to make scenes? No. No. Absolutely not. Just the music. Just a different music.
Oh yeah.
But here we go. Are we all ready? Just in case.
Maybe.
Double checking.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
fine.
Let me make sure this place isn't on fire too.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, only mildly. Continue.
Mildly? Okay. All right.
Excellent.
So, Vic never fully got a straight answer from Theron as to what he was planning. What it would have to do. They were all told of things in motion that threatened their lives and the lives of everyone in this realm and beyond. Theron spoke of powers of reversal. He theorized that the Einvium cores of the Ebon Guard hold the key to restoring balance. He was convinced that with enough time and research, he could stop, at least for the time being, the Convergence. At the prospects of saving not only Zeus, but existence itself, Kaelin's intrigue peaked. He sidled up to Vic and protested his worth. Though Vic had other plans, he deemed his task his own. They walked through Credulo's estate and made idle conversation. Aloof, Madia had other plans. He had returned to her room and shared all that transpired with her amulet. Said nothing for the events, but Madia was content. Being in the presence of Theron for too long always had a way of draining a person's mentality. This was her solace. Her room was quiet, but was roused from her sleep anyway. A voice echoed through the silence to her. On the east side, stay away from there. She stared out the window as several flashes light the night sky, followed by several low booms. Throwing caution to the wind, she took to the sky, doing the exact opposite of what the voice told her. Madia approached the roughs as a portion of the east quadrant stood ablaze. The explosion's sound caused terrible destruction as the rubble from above collapsed and destroyed many parts of the city below. Among the injured and the dead, Madia was beckoned by a half-orc gentleman by the name of Harland. You are now running through helping and assisting those that were in danger of losing their lives, or some that have already done so. this point, you are expending your everything. Losing all of your... I would say at this point, you are at maybe a spell slot left. Eventually, you all make your way, or at least you and Harlan make your way to a pub. And finally, through the chaos, you have a bit of respite. He turns to you, just shrugs everything off. You see as some of his coat is dusted with the ash that is airborne at this point. You still stifling a cough. Though the fires don't bother you, smoke inhalation still does. Turns and you see as this pub, all of the furniture being pushed to the sides as a makeshift triage area was set up. It's good that you came along when you did. Probably would have lost more than we have already.
Glad I could at least lend a little bit of aid. I still don't know really what caused this, do we?
Well, not 100% sure, but all I can tell you is that the gang activity here, the Junker gangs have, I don't know. One of them has been cannibalizing the other, recruiting. They've been causing chaos, at least more so in the East Quadrant. Usually this place is a whole lot more silent than as of late.
Well, hopefully things will die down again, but in the meantime, I guess we got a bit of a mess to deal with. So what's the name of the one that was, as you put it, cannibalizing the others? What is this gang's name?
Most of those gangs, the smaller ones, they don't go by anything. They just call them the Junkers. They never rise to prominence like the others, but usually we don't pay attention to them. They usually stay on the north side, but
this is the east.
Exactly. I don't know what changed over the course of the last few months, but something caused them to stir.
God. Yes. Is there anything else I can do to help? I'm afraid I'm almost out of spells for the day.
Are you versed in medicine?
I am.
Oh. Then, and he turns over to a group that was being brought in. You could stick around for a little bit, try to stabilize and hopefully save some people. Magic's not the only way that we can tend to them.
Aye, alright. I'll assist there. Though, best I can do is stay till morning. I do have other business to attend to as well.
Go ahead and make me a medicine check.
Fail your medicine check? Don't mind if I do.
Go ahead and fail your medicine check for me. See how many people die.
Oh, that's fine. What could be... Okay, it wasn't a 1, it was almost a 1.
Not bad. With a handful of people that came in, you managed to stabilize most of them. With the assistance of Harlan doing his part, you managed to get most of them. Now, it wasn't foolproof. There was loss of life. Some coming in burned beyond recognition. Some crushed and on death's door by that point. But hours pass, and eventually things die down. Those that stood by Harlan's side are now just keeping people comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, some leave. You hear Harlan whispering to one about what he's saying. Turns to you, says, Madia, would you join me in the back?
Of course.
Walk with him, closing the door behind. It is a small storage room. You do see as a few reach for a couple of the liquor bottles off the shelves, using them as just makeshift disinfectant.
Mm.
You have means of leaving here.
Leaving Pernios or leaving the structure?
Well, Pernios would be ideal, but if you can leave Voltaris,
Why?
got word that things are happening behind the scenes. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but we need to get out of here.
Okay.
Or at least you do.
Is something about to happen?
I heard that people coming from the north side are heading here, causing ruckus in the streets.
Yeah, I can leave. Are you sure? I think I'm going to be okay.
I think I can wrap things up here. But I don't want to endanger anybody that's not from these parts.
I see.
At this point, in the room before the main part of the pub, you hear, "You said they were safe! That's why we all moved here! Harlan, where are you?" Fuck. Alright. See what that is. You hear him walk out, and you are in the back room. There is no back door to leave, as the main part of this pub is carved into the outer walls of the roughs. You hear some muffled talking from Harlan, speaking a little lower in the register that it doesn't bleed through the walls. You hear the gentleman's voice come through. "Again, you sit there and say and give us hope. But it was for naught. We got comfortable. We came here, and now look at it. Without your hope, we could have at least been prepared for something like this." It was quiet for a while. What do you do?
I'm gonna try and peek around the corner, see who's talking.
Do you peek through the door?
Mm-hmm.
You see a disheveled human. At least that's what you can tell. Clothes covered in soot. Arm crushed from the forearm down, holding it. You can see as a lot of the wounds are covering his body. Harlan has his hands up in a calm down manner, trying to at least calm this person down. "Look, I understand." "No, you do not understand. Ever since you came here, you've given people hope. It's not what we need right now. We were better off without you." "What do you mean, giving people hope?" "You told people that if we came together, we created this neutral place, a Voltaris, that we would be safe. Look at you, look at this now." "Look, I understand, but this was something that we could not have foreseen." "Yes, but if everybody was in turmoil, then we would have not been targeted in any way." "I understand your struggle, but this could have happened in any of the other quadrants." And you do see as the gentleman strikes out. He grabs a blade and he tries to stab towards Harlan.
Okay.
Staying in the back.
I'm just gonna take a look at what I've got. What spell slots would you say I still have?
I'd say you have a first level spell slot.
Okay. I'm just gonna come out from behind the door, I guess.
Quietly or quickly?
Fairly quickly.
Okay. And Harland is at this point trying to wrestle the knife from this gentleman. Look, calm down. I understand things are hostile right now. And he does not pay attention, cannot hear that you are coming in.
Can I attempt to grab the knife away?
Sure, go ahead and we'll do a grapple so you can have your athletics versus theirs will be contested.
Let me find where that is in here.
It should be under your attributes. Attributes and
Athletics?
then athletics, yes.
Okay. Hey!
Oh, you easily manage to, as Harland is holding, you realize that Harland is not a very big gentleman. He's very slender. His stature is meek in comparison to other half-orcs that you are used to seeing. You manage to pull and wrestle the knife away, and he turns to you. Why are you interfering?
What is happening here? Why are you two fighting?
If it wasn't for Harland, this wouldn't have happened.
Are you so sure?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Everything was in turmoil until Harland came around.
And what is so wrong about giving people hope?
He built this safe haven in the walls. Every place, the north, the south, the west, the east, we were all the same. Yet here we are trying to make a better lives for ourselves. And what did that get us? But a target on our heads.
Target from whom?
From everyone, the junkers, the scavengers, all of them.
But did you come here willingly? It's not like they forced you to come here.
Everyone did. We all were blindsided by his allure to a better life, to a neutral place where everyone can come together without violence. You're not from around here, are you?
What gave it away?
Your upbeat attitude, thinking things could have been better.
Things can always be better.
Here we are. Points around as there's several bodies. The pub covered with cloth.
I never said it would be easy.
Somebody has lived their lives easily. They've struggled for decades, centuries, if you've lived that long. How do you think that it's going to get better? By hoping for things, by inspiring people to come together to make a better place? Only to be taken away from you in a blink of an eye? 3 bombs is all it took, and hundreds are dead. My family is gone.
I'm sorry about your family, but sometimes things don't work out, but it doesn't mean you need to stop trying. There's always a chance. However,
Sorry doesn't bring them back.
no. But you still have a chance. You're still alive, are you not? At least I should hope you are.
Point of living when your wife, your daughter, son, all been taken from you in a blink of an eye. Hope is there after that. Am I supposed to move on, create a new family?
No. But you have their memories, do you not? If you were to go, what of the memories? Of them?
Memories mean nothing when they're no longer here. At this point, you see him getting agitated, his breathing getting heavier.
It is hard, but eventually we all do have to eventually go. But you still know about them, know of them, and you can bring that with you. Wherever this takes you, I guess.
Is like breathing heavy. His chest is rising and falling. His heart rate, you can tell, is noticeable. He's just staring down at you. See him shaking. Harlan chimes in. Look, I understand. I've given you hope. And in some cases, this wasn't worth it. We could have all lived in squalor where everyone was equal. We're nothing like the Varlian pillars, the center of town. We were just trying to... You were trying nothing. It was not worth it. And your frustration. Please, we were trying to make things better. If we could have made it here in the Eastern Quarters, then we could have expanded it to everyone. The gentleman at this point, see him wheezing and breathing heavily. He's like, Harlan, it doesn't matter. Everything that you've done ruined everything. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a device and he clicks.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. How do I do that again here? There we go. Saving throw. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh!
Oi.
Ruh-roh! I'm just like, hey, what's that? Oh no!
So, with your dex save and Harlan's, both of you feel as soon as the device gets clicked, you just see a wave as you both get hit with 26 points of force damage, and you are knocked back 10 feet against to the wall.
Minus 27. Okay. I didn't need my lungs anyway.
But with that, those that were stable also are affected by this. carnage, you hear a couple people yelp out as their last breath. Harlan hits the wall. Madia, are you okay?
I'm fine. I didn't need that long. It's fine. And yourself?
And at this point, he's choking back blood.
I'd like to
Gets up
pump
to
a heel
one
into
knee.
him.
One knee. All right.
Pumping a heel into him. Okay, where is that? My last spell. That's fine. Cure wounds. Wow. Oh, okay, not bad.
He is... I mean, he's hurt. Very hurt. We'll go ahead and... This is not... It's not what he looks like, I'm sorry.
It's fine, this is random ass dude.
Yeah, random dude.
What's up, bro?
Yeah. Hello. But... He stands up and he pulls himself up, pushes up from one knee. I mean, I'm so sorry about that.
There's nothing you could have done. There was no reasoning with them.
Looks around at the carnage around.
That's... Where did he get that device?
Going on, there's no... It was unexpected.
Well, as much as I'd love to stick around, my everything is bleeding. So
You should get out of here before things get worse.
Look.
But things get worse. Turn to leave. Say goodbye to Harlan, trying to rush out. A gentleman walks in. Front door. Like saloon style.
Oh, hell no. Not this asshole again.
No. You do see somebody garbed in all black leathers, a featureless mask with several sloped designs on the front. Looks at you, standing about at the front of the door. Where would you say you would be next to? Would you be next to Harlan at this point?
I just pumped a heel into him, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Handing him the knife.
Right. Harlan Varvel. I need you to come with me. And he turns to you and also says, huh. Didn't expect anybody to live through that. You're coming with us, too.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Worry yourself not of trivial things. Just come with us. And you do see as several, two other individuals flank him on either side. One outside of the door and one comes right next to him. Harlan turns to you in a hushed tone. Try to distract them. Make a run for it. Worry about me.
Harlan.
You run.
I can do better than that.
On my mark. Run.
I give him a subtle nod.
Don't think about doing what you're thinking about. I would say, think twice. Harlan shifts and turns his head slightly to you as immediately he lashes out with the hand that does not have a glove. He has a black gauntlet on his left, his hand on the right bare. He's going to go ahead and make an attack for this unknown figure.
Okay. As he does that, I'm gonna pop one of my healing potions.
Oh god. As one streaks out, and the second one, both of them, oh my god, both of them do not hit.
No! Sit there and chug a potion.
Okay, you chug a potion, as he is gonna use his movement. Like, in that moment, he is rushing up and sending it forward.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna go ahead and run. I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple. So there was one flanking him, and there was one on the outside. What are you doing? Are you
I'm
running?
running.
Okay, so let's go ahead
flying.
and draw this. So the door, you will be able to get through, but you will take opportunity of attacks
Okay.
versus 2. But he turns to you and says, "Run!"
Okay. I'm
So,
out.
all right. So the first one, or at least the other one, is going to go ahead and strike towards you. Oh boy, oh boy. Misses. As the other one, you do see also, oh boy, oh boy. But this one, the main one that was talking to you, you see him pull this device, a pistol. Well, I mean, for you wouldn't know.
Where's you?
But he points it direct you, point blank. He's gonna go ahead and make an attack onto you.
That's fine. I don't need my other lung anyway.
And misses.
Misses.
As you fly away. With that, I am gonna go ahead and say that you. What is your flying speed?
30.
30 feet. Okay. So this individual, at least the one that pulled the pistol, is gonna be able to take 2 more shots at you while you are trying to get out of range. As you are fleeing. So it's gonna go ahead. Oh boy, it's gonna try to make that attack.
This is fine.
Oof, that does hit.
Oh, that
20.
takes me to 0.
That it takes you to 0,
Yeah.
even with that heal.
Yeah.
Boy, okay.
Hello, gravity.
With that, yeah, you hit the ground. The last thing you hear is Harlan just shuffling. "She's not part of this. Leave her out of it." As you hit the ground, boom, you don't get too far. Your world goes black. Unfortunately, you are currently
This is fine.
fine. With that, boy, oh boy.
Hey guys, you know the thing about not
What the
splitting the
fuck just
party?
happened?
With that, the morning comes. Things are quiet. Something feels different as both of you, being in different rooms, notice that one of the automata are in each of yours. You are woken up abruptly. Don't know if any of you know, but Madia's not here right now. If you can meet me in my office, I'd like to discuss some things about what happened last night.
Where did she go?
And you hear his voice through the automata. That's the thing. I'm not quite sure. Meet me in my office, please.
Kalen will immediately jump up and rush to the office as fast as he can.
Vic.
Vic will follow. Yeah, he'll I guess get up from his sentry position or whatever you want to call it, and
Okay.
kind of push past the automata that's standing in front of him, open the door, and watch Kaylin go down the hallway.
Yeah.
And I'll just follow
Kalen
him.
is bolting. You hear a panic in his step as you follow behind.
As I
door.
do, I'll kind of call ahead. Does she usually do this?
Oh.
No, never.
Great. And we'll pick up the pace and keep up with them.
Right. Short walk to Theron's office as he is resting against the table. See his eye, the one with the magnifier, is kind of flickering, and you can see colors along the tubes that run down the side of his neck. Well, this is something that I couldn't foresee. Did none
What
of you
happened?
wake up last night?
No.
Must have been.
Should we have?
No. It shouldn't have pertained to any of us. There was an attack in the East Quarters. A couple bombs were set off. Sure, that's nothing to worry about. Though my helpers were relaying back to me that on this night, Madia did not return from her nightly flight.
She does do this often.
Do they know which direction she went?
They reported that she went straight over in the roughs.
Kalen is gonna immediately turn to leave so that he can fly after her.
Right? Well, sure, the two are not. I should have really put trackers on them. Better informed, but
Vic,
oversight for myself.
Vic just kind of shakes his head and turns and leaves with Kaylin. As incompetent as ever.
Oh, I guess you're gonna go search for her?
You said east, correct?
Well, yes, but nothing states that she might be there. Maybe she
Where
was
else
just
would
having
she
a drink.
be?
No, she never not found her way back here.
And at least
It's
we know where to
unprecedented.
start.
All right.
He hasn't turned back around to face him yet. He's just going towards the door.
And you see as at least Vic, a small automata rolls up to you, and his voice carries through. At least take this, so you can keep me informed on. Give me updates. I don't really know much. My contacts over in the roughs haven't had any words, so if you find anything, let me know. And he hands over, and you see this small chip. You'll be able to contact me directly. Like this.
Vic will take it and attach it to himself, I guess, for now.
And, Vic, try not to let Kaylin and yourself die. Plenty more things that we have to discuss. Depends on it.
Just kind of gives a nod and pushes past the small automata again. I assume I know the answer already, but the item that I have from Haganath, it's just a one-seater, right?
One-seater, yes.
All right, fair enough.
So, You're making your way out of the Credulo estate
Mm-hmm.
with eastward in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing how far the roughs are, especially not flying, does take a couple hours to get to the edge. There's no vehicles in use, then on foot it does take a while.
I was gonna say, once we're out of the estate, Vic will remove the rod from his hip and just crack it, and it turns into the bike, and he will bike there.
Okay.
Because I assume that Kalen's flying, but
Yeah, Kalen's flying.
Okay. So with Kalen soaring above and Vic taking his bike out from the attachment, he cracks it open. You see as it forms, the brass kind of pulling along the tire, just manifesting out of nothing, almost unraveling itself. As you hop on, you drive through the streets. Kalen, what are you doing? Are you keeping an eye on Vic as well, or are you just full steam ahead? Because as you guys get out in the eastern quarter, you do see as plumes of smoke. Not as dark, more light gray, as a fire being snuffed out, but the embers still burn. What are you doing?
I would be rushing there as fast as possible. I'm looking for Madia and making sure she's okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping one eye, like, basically on Kalen, if I can still see him up in the skies, while trying not to run into anything.
Yeah.
Through the streets here.
All right, go ahead and just roll a perception check for me.
Sure. Perception. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you managed to keep an eye on Kalen and the road so you don't bump over. The thing about the road is that there's a lot of pieces that just don't match up anymore. You remember that the city used to shift according to the time of day, so that travel from the warehouse district, so shops and various goods can be transported more efficiently, whereas the more residential areas become they shift out of the way, and other pieces. So a lot of them don't meet up, and the edges of the sidewalks just kind of are just mismatched in that way. But you manage to follow through without too much of a problem. Eventually you get to the outer wall that leads into the roughs. The smoke still pluming as several of the tent areas in the eastern quadrant are rubble. See smoke kind of rising from beneath as the crevice that opened up a long time ago has never closed again. The cliffs from the Pernio side versus the outside exposed, and everything carved into these makeshift homes, protect them from the elements. What are you guys looking for?
Any people or anybody that we can talk to?
A lot of people. You see people moving back and forth, and wheelbarrows from one level to another are being hoisted. You see a lot of the cable lifts that take you from various levels into the roughs, lifting out things covered in cloth. There are people just pathing around. You do see a couple of the Varlian guards assisting in some ways. Mostly civilians.
Vic will approach one of the guards.
Right.
He'll kind of screech to a stop right beside him. He won't get off the bike just yet, but... guard. Looking for a tiefling. Wings, horns. I don't really know much about her. She just seems to be careless. Have you seen one?
Nothing of that description. There's not much that we can report at this point. This whole area is cordoned off, so if you need to be here, if you're looking for someone, I would say try back later.
I kind of look up at Kalen, still flying up over the place, and like see if he can signal anything about where we should be going from his vantage point.
Kalen is just desperately looking around to see if he can see any figure that might look like Madia.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception.
Nice.
Figure that looks like Madia would stand out like a sore thumb. You don't find Madia. You don't find anyone you recognize. You see the carnage, you see the devastation, the rubble that is collapsing on areas that are extremely unstable. Some of the lower platforms within the roughs are destroyed, and they are trying to lower ropes down and some pulley systems so they can at least try to recover some of the bodies or try to find those that remain alive or perished.
I want to go towards what looks like the sort of epicenter of the explosions.
You will be flying down into the room. It is a multi-tier. It's like a vertical city along these walls.
I'm looking for someone who's helping organize the rescue effort.
Okay. And you notice that those that are going down into the pit, the guards, the sentries that sit at the top, they're managing the people, trying to guide the flow of traffic. But the majority of the work is being done by the civilians, the people that live here. There is nobody that looks like in charge. Give me a perception check.
While he's rolling that, seeing Kalen fly down, I'll look back to the guard. Looks like I have a destination. He's gonna try to go to where he kind of saw Kalen go down.
And going down to the lower levels is a little difficult, especially on the outer wall. The stone carved on the side that hosts Pernios easily. But the catwalks have been effectively destroyed in a lot of places. You see a lot of hustle and bustle, and people are trying to repair some of the catwalks and at least put temporary walkways across, throwing a rope over and trying to span some boards across, strengthening it. But eventually they do. You make it over there. Down at the epicenter of the explosion, or at least the one that does the most damage, is you are about 3 levels down, and the surrounding area is completely blown out. There is one with that perception, you don't really you can't gather if there's anyone leading people around. You do see a lot of people taking wheelbarrows and pulling rubble from the walls and making sure that there's nobody under the collapsed areas of the roughs.
Okay. As Kalen descends and he continues to see what looks like bodies being taken out of the rubble, he begins to feel a real sense of fear that something bad might have happened to Madia. And he isn't thinking 100% straight, so he will go to the first person that he sees and try to ask them, have you seen a tiefling? She goes by Madia.
Sorry, a tiefling?
Yes, she would have flown in.
Tell me high or low, and then roll a d100.
Mother. God, I'm terrible.
You got this.
It's fine.
Give me high.
Hi. Okay.
High. Ah.
Um. Um. I. I don't think I'm not. No. I do. I remember seeing a tiefling. And she goes and describes the horns at the front, adorned with the jewelry atop.
Yes, that's her. That's her. Do you know where she is now?
No. The last I saw, she was running around with Harland. They were trying to save people when the explosion started.
Who is this Harland?
Harland? Oh, he's the owner of the pub, Tarnished.
Do you know where I might find him?
No, unfortunately. It was an explosion, and she points down the side, the pathway, the carved stone that is completely collapsed on one side. There was an explosion over at Tarnished, and well, not much else is known. Harland hasn't been seen since.
Galen will look towards the devastation that is the building that he's just been pointed towards. And he's going to begin walking towards it.
Right. And the building, the half makeshift building carved into the side, half stone in the back, the whole front is blown out. I mean, the frame's still there, and there's holes across, like through it, as some of it is now collapsed in. Seems as though whatever happened here, the structure has eventually collapsed in on itself. Rubble from above, crushing, as you see, are still trying to clear out some of the rubble, and they're pulling the bottom.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go and see if he can find any sign of Madia being there. He's not gonna ask anyone just yet, fearful of the answer he might be given.
Okay. So you're gonna look through the rubble?
He's gonna look around the area, hoping not to see a sign of her.
I will say, give me a perception check. With a 16, you're kind of scanning the area, and the rubble's been moved quite a bit. Nothing stands out. No remnants, no bodies that... Gentleman turns to you as he's pulling through the rubble. Watch out, there might be some people still under there.
Have you seen a tiefling goes by Madia?
Tiefling.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll once again, high or low.
You're killing me. You're killing me with these. Give me high again.
Alright.
Come on. No.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. This always ends badly every time.
No, I wasn't in the area when things happened. You're looking for somebody that was here.
She might have been. I'm not sure. If she saw the explosion, she would have come to help.
Kind of turns back and starts moving rubble again. Well, let's just hope that she wasn't here when the final one went off.
Kalen's gonna be hit with an idea. Oh, have you seen Harland? I heard he owned this place.
Just go ahead one more time, high or low.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you do
I
this?
believe in you.
High, fuck it, let's do it. Go.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh my god. Oh,
E.
stress me out.
The guy, he doesn't turn around. He's still moving rubble, but you do hear a smaller voice coming from behind. Eventually you turn and you see this grayish skinned goblin. You're looking for Harland?
Yes, have you seen him?
Unfortunately, I have. He was
Kalen
taken.
freezes.
Tried to save someone. Shot out of the sky. Valiant effort to try to get away, but... Oof, and she hit the ground. Took her too.
Is she alive?
Round pretty hard. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone can stop.
Do you know who took her?
No. There's... Never seen... Wearing these black leathers. Mask with a strange design on it in front.
Could you tell me what this design was? Was it a symbol?
No, it wasn't a symbol. It was just this blue light that would reflect front. It didn't look like anything I've seen.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
And to you. Galen is gonna fly up again and search for Vic.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. And Vic, and this time, what are you doing?
I was gonna say he's probably not too far behind. At this point, because he would have gone as far as he can with the bike before it got to be like treacherous terrain for it.
Yeah.
And then folded back up and whatnot.
You make your way to the side that Kalen landed on, and you catch him as he walks out from under the overhang that the back end of this tavern was into the stone, and you see him take to the sky. Though, Kalen, you do not see him.
Kalen's not gonna go far. He's sort of gonna like hover in the air until he sees Vic.
Yeah, so you are hovering and you're looking around trying to look for Vic. You see him hovering about 40 feet, 50 feet above.
I don't know that it's looking for me yet though, but I guess I'll look to where he took off from, and if I don't see Madia down there, I'll look up and call to him. Kalen, what'd you find?
I'm able to hear that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. I'll fly right down to him, and I'll describe what the goblin told me about the people that took Madia and this fellow Harlan. I don't believe I didn't ask for the description, so I don't know what Harlan looks like. I just know that she was with Harlan and they were both taken.
Do I recognize the description of these people?
Hmm. I would say this is... Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Okay. 14.
The masks, I mean, it is in line with things that Runia Saxum would be working on, but it's too different to make a comparison.
Okay. So it sounds like some form of like Warforged or some kind of like mechanical being of some sort.
Wait.
Okay. Why would she even come here? What does Madia have to do in a place like this?
There must have been people hurt. She wouldn't have known that, and she would have come to help.
She a healer?
Indeed, she can heal. Yes.
Perhaps. Oh. And nobody's seen a healer come through here.
The goblin I spoke to said that he saw a tiefling shot from the sky.
Did he say where?
Around here. But she was taken along with someone named Harlan, who she was helping, I suppose, rescue people. Vic. She can't be dead, can she?
And you know it better than I do. I don't know who these people are that took her away, or why they shot her. But I mean, if they brought her away, there's a chance she's still alive, I suppose. Might need her for something.
I truly hope so. Is there a way we can contact Credulo nearby? Perhaps what you were using to call him before?
Actually, he gave me a chip before we left. You kind of remove it from my side and whatnot. I think I remember how these things work. And if I remember right, there was a little like slot on like the side of my head or whatever, right, that I can stick it into. And I hold it up to where my ear essentially should be, and it kind of a little slot opens up and just stick it in. It's a Credulo. Credulo, can you hear me?
Takes a bit of time, but eventually you do hear a voice. Seems as though you remember how to use these things.
Enough of that. So, some things took Madia away. I'll give them the description of what Caitlin told me. I don't know where and we don't know why. But they shot her down first. You know who they are?
Troubling. My contacts, nothing's coming up. This is a recent. This is not something that we've had to deal with at any point. I could look into it, but I'm going to need some time.
Not sure we have time. Do you know who's responsible for these attacks?
No, there's from everything that I've known, that there's been a lot of ruckus about gang politics. don't really deal in that. The squabbles of the poor don't really interest me too much.
You know, at some point, Cordulo, be in your best interest to be useful, and he'll remove the chip. He has no information, unfortunately.
All right. I'll return to the. Well, let me rephrase. I suppose I'll continue asking people if they know who these people are, or where they might have gone with Madia.
Who did you get this description from? These people, or whatever they were?
From a goblin. Can I still see him?
Yeah, he is helping clear the rubble in the pub.
Is he within shouting distance?
Yes.
I'll just yell down to him, Goblin.
Well, you talking to me?
Yes. You gave this tiefling a description. Did you see where they took him? Took her.
And you see him brush himself off, the dust kind of flinging everywhere. He walks over. Wait, so what's the question? What are you looking for?
You said that you saw some individuals carrying away this tiefling we're looking for.
Yes, I did.
Did you see where they took her?
I didn't bother to know. I mean, they went any points in a direction off to the right, a little further in. They picked her up and, well, they went down in that direction and I lost sight of them. There's not really much else. There was no point. I wasn't gonna tell them to stop. They, well, things that they were capable of.
Had you seen them before?
No. This was the first time I've seen these individuals.
Well, there's no time to lose. We should follow.
Do you know how long ago?
Hours
took
ago.
her?
Hours ago. Night was still set upon us.
I see. It can't hurt to look. Thank you. What was her name?
My name's Alfred.
Thank you, Alfred. And hopefully we're not too late. And Vic will start going in the direction that he pointed.
And the direction that he was pointing down, it is heading towards the northern side, or at least heading towards the northern quadrant. Things have settled down, and there are stairs leading up, down. You have the lifts, dozens of buildings, the catwalks that run from one side to another. What are you looking for? Are you just walking?
What would we be looking? I mean, any sign that? I guess. Sounds very specific, but like heavy footsteps, I guess, because they're carrying her, right? So like heavy prints in the dirt or dust, and like any indication of a struggle, I suppose.
Galen?
I would like to, if there's a piece of paper, parchment, or anything sort of easily carryable, I'd like to use magical tinkering on it.
Okay. Yeah.
To create like a portrait of Madia so that I can show people and be like, hey, have you seen this tiefling?
Righty. Yeah, that's easily doable.
Vic, chat.
Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Survival, sure.
This area's heavily trodden, and any sign of footsteps through the dust, everything that's settled from the ashes, has either been treaded on several dozen times the course of 6 hours. No trace.
Kalen's asking just about every person he sees if they've seen this tiefling.
Go ahead and...
Don't make me do it.
I mean, go ahead and
Don't do
high
it.
or low. And then do 100.
Ayla's just like, why?
Yep.
He's asking Artis.
Yeah.
I heard
Low.
that.
Yep.
So that's her fault.
Yep.
Artist, this is fine.
Oh, God.
Artist, what'd you pick?
Oh, man. That is almost as high as it can be. Almost. Well, unfortunately, you've had a few of the same instances of people talking about the three figures that carried Harland away, along with your tiefling companion.
At a 91, I'm surprised no one shot me.
Upside down, it's a 16.
I know, true, but nothing, anything beyond seeing them and where they go, and the whereabouts, was lost to 6 hours that had passed.
Can I do one more look around for, like, I don't even know. No, I guess kind of similar to what Kalen's doing. He's asking for I think Madia specifically, right?
Yeah, I've got like a picture of her basically.
Right. I'll ask people if they've seen these black cloaked individuals or black masked individuals walking in the direction that we're going to make sure we're still going in the right way. Essentially, is what I'm trying to do.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, let's go ahead. High or low? D100.
Hey, Cleo. No, I'll go.
That's the cat.
I'll go low. All right.
Yeah.
Eventually, you walk over to an orc gentleman. He turns to you. Wait, what were you saying again? You're looking for your friend.
Yes, she was carried away by these masked blue reflective mask black cloaks. These individuals, they carried her this way, is what we were told. Have you seen them?
Didn't get a good look at where they went, but I'm pretty sure, and he points over to the Pernio side of the wall, down into this pit. They disappeared into some buildings, some ways away. Probably one of the maintenance rooms leading into Einsamherz, but...
Into Einsamherz? Could you describe the door, perhaps, or the building they entered?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Sure, I can.
Like crossing his arms.
19.
It's fine. I can show you the building that they went into.
I look back at Kalen and kind of wave him over. That would be That'd be greatly appreciated. Please, lead the way.
Kalen will rush over.
Eventually, you are led down the path, and you take several flights of stairs downward. The day's sky is but a distant memory at this point. Being this far down into the roughs is something that you've never done. About 10 stories down where you are, as this side is quieter. There's less people, less buildings, more small hovels, but eventually you make it to this one carved out area. Less than what is, but it's these steel doors that are sealed shut. Doesn't seem like there's a handle on them.
And you say this is where they entered?
Yeah, I was watching them as they were carrying around, taking Harlan.
Any idea how they opened it? I'm kind of just like examining the edges as I'm talking to him.
They walked up to it and it just slid open. No one really goes into this door.
Can I use my... Can I do like an investigation check as an artificer to figure out like maybe how this works?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation. I'll allow it given. You study the door and the seams around it. The craftsmanship is very well made. Like, you can see the seam on the top where the door sits within the wall, but nothing on the front. There's no signature of how to open it. There is no indication, a door handle, a key press, nothing. Just carved into the side of the wall. Stainless steel, kind of brushed look to it. Doesn't look tarnished in any way.
You know,
What? Can
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
touch it?
Yeah. Cool to do.
If I press against it at all, I'm guessing it just does not give.
Yeah, there's no give to it. Solid.
Should we knock?
Vic's gonna back up a little bit so he gets a full view of the door. And I'm going to use my magical awareness.
Okay.
Just to see if this door is magical.
And you notice that there is an enchantment on the door, but it's faint.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like there's heavy magic on it.
As he stands back, the little blue light starts to glow in his eyes again. And Kalen's seen this before. It seems like it's got a faint magical aura about it. I don't know. Do I know what spell? You learn what school of magic it belongs to as well.
Yeah, it's an enchantment.
Okay. Yeah, you said that. Seems to be minorly enchanted in some way. I look back to the orc. Did he hear them say anything, perhaps, when they approached it?
Oh no, I didn't bother getting close. I kept my distance. Never seen these individuals.
Right.
Everything that happened at night, if they were the cause of it, I didn't want my part of it in it.
Of course.
Oh man, can I use my disguise self to like look like what the goblin described?
Of the black leathered individuals?
Yeah, with the mask in particular, with the blue light.
And go ahead and roll me just an investigation. Okay. Yeah, you managed to get a decent from how it was described to you. You can make a decent disguise from that.
And if I approach the door while in this disguise, does anything happen?
Walk up to the door, nothing happens.
Perhaps I should knock and see if they open it. Maybe stand back so that they can't see you right away.
I look back to the orc again. Perhaps it's best if you leave us to this.
He's already,
Thank
as soon
you.
as he walked up to the door, he's already like backing up. He's like, I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah, I appreciate the help, and I'll go like beside the door, so if it does open, I'm not immediately seen.
Yeah.
I'll just give Kalen a nod.
Alright, Kalen is gonna bang on the door.
Right. And when you bang on the door, hitting it, it feels as though your blows are lessened. Seems deadened. And the sound, or at least the reverberation that you expected to come from it, does not. Nothing happens.
And there are no gaps in this, right?
Nothing. It is one of those, the edges around are very close, but if you look at the center, it is machined to the point where the seam almost vanishes. You can see it faintly, but it was very well crafted.
Perhaps the enchantment that I can see is what's preventing this noise. Didn't hear anything when you hit it.
It is strange. But we need to get in there. Madia could be in great danger.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's easily broken down. You have any way of, I don't know. What do you do, anyways? I look at him at his like now leather cloaked self, and he doesn't look like Kalen at all. Like, what is it that you do?
I like to think of myself as an up-and-coming artificer. I, create little trinkets and devices.
Ah. Hence the interest with me, I understand. And you don't have any way of unlocking anything?
I mean, there's no keyhole. I could shoot at it with a ballista, but I'm not sure that would do a thing.
Judging from just a simple knock not doing anything, I would hesitate to try anything else. I'll kind of like walk around the side of the building, I guess, to wherever the next corner is, and see if there's, like, see what this building is, kind of all around.
And as for the building, go ahead and make a perception check.
Sure. Oh, 12.
It's less of a building and more just a carved out section of the stone that leads to the inner parts of Pernios. The walls are solid, and there's no real structure to it. is just a door carved into the side of a mountain that is like boxed out. Maybe it's about 10 feet by 10 feet.
I have one other thing I could try, I just realized. Because Remy gave me a similar chip to what Cordullo did, right? It's like contact him, I think.
Yes.
And we are in Eisenherz, right?
Well, you are currently in the roughs, so you are
Yeah, okay.
outside. Eisenherz is the city beneath Pernios. The roughs are the ring that is surrounding Pernios.
Gotcha. Okay. Don't think he would really know anything then. Not really sure what else we can try here. I mean, maybe you just... I look at Kaelin again. No offense, but maybe you just didn't hit it hard enough.
When in doubt, hit door harder.
Basically.
Honestly,
Okay, who's the barbarian here?
Kaelin wouldn't take offense. He would say, I mean, you're much stronger than I am. If you can do it, please.
And you watch it as Vic's standing there at the side of the door. His hand kind of like flips back unnaturally, and from his arm you see extending this warhammer that just extends down out from where his hand should be. And as it gets there, he grips it again. Hand flips back. Give it a shot, I suppose. And I'll swing my hammer recklessly at this door.
Right, go ahead, make that attack.
Blade Warhammer, it'll be an advantage because it's reckless.
Does the door dodge?
Oh, it does not.
Okay, cool.
So
However,
you just take this like wild swing.
yeah, but you strike and you know that it landed. But as you hit, you feel as though there is something dampening it entirely. With that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you can feel it reverberate and almost back towards you.
Okay.
You hop back as whatever was rippling on its surface, the very faint energy that was recoiling, lashed out, and you seen as just this shockwave across the surface dissipates. You don't know what it did, but you are safe.
If I just like tap the hammer against it again, it still doesn't make a sound.
Just softly? No, it doesn't make a sound.
Yeah. Well, it seems I was right in the first place, where it's some kind of a protection. Don't recommend hitting it though. Whatever that wave was, didn't seem friendly. And the hammer just retracts back up inside his arm.
I do appreciate the effort, but think, Kaelin, think. How can we get in there? Kaelin is gonna try and look around, like on the face of the rock around the door and on the ground below, to see if there's anything he can make out that might resemble a mechanism, a symbol, anything. He's desperate to figure this out.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Not investigation?
If you're doing like all the area, I would say perception. Unless you're looking at specifically like one thing, I would say investigation. So.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
You look around and you're just trying to something, anything that can guide you in the right direction. Nothing on the door, nothing around the jambs, but very faintly on the is a slight etching. Now, you chalked it up at first as just the hewn log or the hewn stone kind of bumping up and ridging out as people walk through it, wears things down. But there is a distinct pattern that is carved very shallowly into the surface. Too precise to be a random pattern when cutting stone. Make out crescent moon, another, meeting in the center, the back of the crescent moons, kind of in a triangle pattern. Know what it means. You've never seen this before.
I guess he's gonna touch the center, like press as if there might be a button or mechanism there.
Solid stone.
He'll call Vic over. Vic, take a look at this. This is quite strange. Do you recognize it?
You said that it was like 3 crescent moons with like a space in the middle, right?
Like the back of the crescent moons are meeting up with like a little triangle. Like as the backs of it meet up, it'll make like a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Draw it out eventually.
Okay. Is rather strange. I mean, they're moons. Perhaps it only opens at night? This isn't exactly my forte.
Galen's gonna try, like, see if they can move in any way, rotating the moons, tracing the inside of the moons.
Do you try to move it or anything? Not reacting in any way.
Perhaps it's a crest of some sort. Don't know. I kind of pull out the chip again that contacts Cordulo. I'm like, could try Cordulo again.
Please, if he knows anything.
Didn't last time. I'll stick it in the side of my head again. Cordulo, calling you again.
Are you sure you need my help? You did cut me off after I was going to suggest some things, but...
Well, we found our way to this rather solid door. Can't be broken down, it seems, but there's a symbol of some sort. It's on the ground, right?
Yes.
On the ground in front of it. It's like 3 moons or something.
Well, what I was, gonna suggest doing is either find somebody that, if you know anyone in the city that might know healing rumors, I do have my contact that I can get you contact with, if you'd like. They're one of the sentry captains.
But you don't.
At this point, this is, I know as much as you do. Considering that
these
this has
days.
been something that is not reported on. Individuals, at least from what people are telling me now, it's the first we've seen of them.
They didn't just appear out of nowhere. All right, let's see what I can find out.
Oh.
Can you call me on this thing as well?
Not if you remove the chip.
I see. Good to know. And I'll remove the chip. You mentioned that perhaps someone that deals in rumors might have more answers, but it seems that nobody's really heard of these people, and he didn't know anything about this symbol either. I have someone else I could try and contact, but this stays between us. Understood? Credulo knows nothing of this.
Of course.
I'll pull out the other chip to contact Remy. I'll stick it in.
Okay.
Remy? Remy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We need answers. I have some possibly for you, but not here. In the meantime, what do you know? Do you know anything or heard anything of some black leather cloaked individuals with masks and blue reflectors on them?
Do you know where my hideout is? You remember?
I do.
There, within the hour.
I don't think we have time for that. They took a friend. I think we know where, but we don't know how to get in. There's on the ground. There's what look to be 3 moons.
Oh, that there was talks of this being secure.
Fine. We'll be there.
Well,
take-
does he know anything?
I'll take that one out and put the Credulo one back in. I won't say anything to call him yet, but just in case he tries to call us with information. Oh, actually, no, that's a bad idea. Never mind. I'll keep it out.
Okay.
Knowing where I'm going, I'll keep it out.
Right.
He might. But he can't tell us here. I need to go see him. Again.
Where is he?
I must stress again. This, where I'm taking you, who we're seeing, stays between us.
I care about saving Madia and getting her back safe.
And to
I
do
don't-
that, this stays secret.
Of course. Whatever it takes, I must find her and get her back.
Follow me then. I'll lead him down into Eisenhart's.
So, heading out of the roughs and knowing of the lifts that take you down into Eisenherz, make your way through the streets. He's to the closest lift. At that point, as you're taking the lifts down, we'll go ahead and
Hold up, I ain't
She
dead.
can do
What the
things.
fuck?
She's not dead.
I was straight up chilling here.
oh yeah, you were very much chilling.
It's cold down here.
Very.
Hello.
Dark.
I have dark vision. Let me double check.
There's there's nothing as you look around again.
What?
Back.
What the fuck?
See a hazy figure in the distance. Arland, standing there. Yeah. No, run! It echoes out. Another voice comes through. Wake up. That moment you jolt awake. Your body is sore. Say for this, go ahead and put yourself.
Okay.
You are in a room. The floor beneath your body is slimy.
What?
The walls seem to have this grime on it. One door, heavy iron. And very similar to the one-sided mirror. Laboratories of Theron's little study area. Back at your reflection, though it is grimed up, it does feel like very similar, square, devoid of anything. See as a couple of wires hang from the ceiling and you can hear it zapping as though there is electricity still running through it. Around and you do see Arland propped up against the wall.
Arland? You're right. Oh, God, I feel like crap. Sorry. Try not to do that in the future.
Tation down at his hand. Could have done more, but odds were not in my deck.
Not your fault. It all happens to us all.
Apologize for getting you mixed up in all of this. My
No.
mess.
No. I came of my own accord. Don't blame yourself. I could have just stayed away, you know. No. I always have to get into these sorts of messes.
All for naught.
No.
I do. People that we tried to save still dying in the end.
Some still live. So it was worth it. Better than nothing.
I guess.
Now we gotta get ourselves out of this one. Kind of looks around.
I don't even know where we are.
Nora.
Kind of looks down at his hands. I'm spent.
Yeah, and I think I'm one lung down.
Since we're not going anywhere, brought you to this city.
questing, learning a little bit more, and more curiosity than you think. Came with a friend, you see. Wanted
Friend.
to learn. Yeah. Friend. Other tiefling.
Kind of just gets lost in thought for a moment. You think your friend's looking for you right now?
I wouldn't doubt it. Sure, they're out there, but I should have probably told them where I was going first. Hindsight, you know.
Of course. You have a habit of wandering into danger.
Intentionally or unintentionally?
He just softly giggles to himself.
I'm an adventurer. I think that answers the question enough.
Yes. But still, sometimes you have to wander into danger, I guess.
Yeah.
Occupational hazard.
Yeah, so they say. But at least it makes for an interesting day. Never boring. That's for sure. Unless you're sitting in a freaking town for weeks on end doing nothing. Oh my gods.
Sitting around, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Blaine.
We were... Oh. Oh. Actually, Crudulo never said anything about us not telling it anything about it, did he?
No, he never had any type of like NDA. It was
Yeah,
always just open.
we were dealing with Crudulo for a little while there. See. And,
Dr. Theron Credulo.
yeah, that's the one.
Huh.
And, yeah, we were just waiting for something. Well, I guess that something found us.
Wait, how so?
Oh, you...
Oh no. Sorry, go on.
You know, announcements and all that. Looking for things and... Yeah.
The announcements.
Yeah.
They're looking for the Ebon God.
Yeah.
I'm not quite putting one and one together. Can you elaborate?
Out of character, Vic never said anything about mentioning what it was, did he?
You didn't think you had to. Go on.
Oh, nothing. I just got a mission is all. Unfortunately, I'm sort of failing that one, as I am in the middle of nowhere, and, I need to work on this.
Well, I mean, unless your mission was to prevent what happened in Volterra's.
Oh, no. It's very much not that. Heck, I didn't even know what the name was.
Yeah, well, most people don't. People tend to dehumanize The people of the Roughs. At least that's what they call it.
Yeah. So no one ever really comes to help over here, do they?
No. It's always turmoil. If you're not born with a silver spoon, then you're brushed aside. No one cares about you.
So what got you started trying to, I guess, it seemed like lead this side of things? What got you doing that? If you don't mind my asking.
I got tired. Living the same way day in, day out. Never knowing if your friends would come back alive from venturing into the wrong territory. Scavenging for food. If not that, then joining one of the junker gangs. Or the salvagers. Not really a life for anyone, huh?
Not one that I'd choose. Willingly, that is.
Yeah, well, some people are not adept at protecting themselves, and with the Golden Sippy coming into reality, it offered someone like me an opportunity to earn coin for those less fortunate. So I took odd jobs here and there. I saved up as much as I could and put all of my efforts into making a better life, at least in the eastern quarter. So I purchased a few things. I haggled with the people that were there. The gangs around started to take notice. They thought I was encroaching in the territory, so it was a bumpy ride, but eventually they accepted it. I built Tarnished, and it was a place where, at least in the politics of Falteris, it was neutral. A place where the gangs could air out their grievances with one another. If one showed up dead or a piece of salvage unearthed itself in the deserts, then they can talk it out here without turning to violence. I thought I was good at doing a good job. I thought I was making a difference, and people started moving in. It made people have that hope. It drove them forward, and people joined me. It tried to make at least the East Quadrant better. But here we are.
But for a time, was it not better?
For a few years, yes. But all that was erased in one night.
You really can't be blaming yourself for this. This was not you. These are some other assholes.
He just kind of looks down at the gauntlet on his left hand. Go on.
You gave the people another chance. A better chance than they would have had otherwise. I think that was good. It's not an easy thing to do. Put time and effort towards that. Even if it did come down this way, that's not of any fault of your own. It's the fault of whoever instigated this.
I suppose. But it's hard not to blame yourself and be filled with regret knowing that hundreds of people lost their lives. Senseless violence.
It's unfortunate, yes. But still not something you should blame yourself.
Suppose you're right. It's not like it matters anymore, does it? We're trapped somewhere. I tried to break down that door, but it doesn't seem like anyone's coming.
Don't give up too easily. Let's take a look around a little more. Well, I guess I'll take a peek around.
Okay. And the room that you're in is small. 7 foot by 7 foot. The glass or the mirror that you look in on one side. And the iron door leading out. There are no windows aside from that mirror. You're not sure where you are. There's no indication of time of day. No light.
Well, let's start with some light. I'll cast light.
Okay.
I believe that's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh. Where is the spellbook? There it is. Wah. I don't know if we casted it, but there we go. Light.
Okay. All right. As you cast light, it illuminates the room. You see the reflection off the grimy mirror. And a few, the buzzing of the electricity that is flowing through the wires above you. You can see it spark and fall. Zzz, zzz.
I wonder. You said you tried the door, right?
Yes.
What about the mirror?
I smacked it a few times, but doesn't seem like it's going to shatter.
Do I have my weapons? Do I have my gears? Or anything's missing?
Everything that you had in your pack, every weapon that you had, gone.
Bastards. Okay. I do have spells still. It's Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I think I can do that. Try that on the mirror. Oh, shit. It automatically rolls.
Yeah, you're fine. You strike out onto the mirror. And it seems to, as it strikes, it fizzles out. I tried doing that a few times. Should have told you.
What else is around in here? There's wires up there. Figure if I poke those, I'll keel over. Wonder.
Best not to touch those. Those are alive.
Ah, yes. That invisible magic is very deadly.
He kind of cocks his head a little bit at that. Yes, invisible magic. He kind of chuckles, like confused, like you told a joke, but he's not sure the punchline.
No, she said it dead seriously.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's like uncomfortably laughing, not really sure what you mean by that.
Well, she doesn't know what it's actually called. So. Yeah. There's nothing else in here. So give more out of frustration than anything, give a kick to the door.
And you can hear it echo.
Wait a minute. That door. Nothing fizzled on that. Sacred flame the door. Yeah.
Yeah. You hit the door, but nothing. I mean,
Damn it.
it scuffs it, but there's no, like, noticeable damage. Door is very solid. I don't know, I've tried everything, and but still, no one's even shown up. We had one person check on us, but that's it.
If you try to pretend to be dead, maybe they'll take us out of here, and then we can be like, ah!
I mean, we can try, but there's not much that we can do.
There's gotta be a reason they brought us. They wouldn't just bring us for no reason. What? Wait, what would they want with you?
I wouldn't know. Maybe it's because I tried to give the people hope. I don't know. He looks away.
Sense motive. I like something more
Insight
than
check.
Insight. That's
Yes.
the one.
Yes, we found it. It's okay. Yeah, insight.
That's
check.
okay. Well, it's not a 9.
Well, we'll go ahead and do this then. We'll go ahead and do it again.
Rollies.
Rollies.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. Oh,
God damn it!
he seems to be honest and truthful. Just seems like wrought with guilt, knowing that people died and doesn't want to give away much.
We'll find a way out.
We'll see. And this whole time, as you look at him, you're noticing that a lot of his body is scarred. Now, they left you with a lot of the armor that you're wearing. You're still wearing your armor. The weapons are gone. He also has his visor. It's kind of this gray mane on the top, and this clear or this glass that is shaded over his eyes. You can only see from his nose down on the right side of his face, scarred down his neck, and it vanishes under his chest plate. Just a single tusk on the left side left. Seems like the wounds never fully healed, or at least didn't heal properly. I mean, I couldn't tell you why they want me. I simply just brought people here to, or at least try to give people a better life. I guess they don't like when people mess with the status quo of things.
Most don't. Doesn't mean we have to not try anyway. Besides, it can be fun.
But I don't know. I don't think they'll let us sleep, but I'm sure we can get a bit of rest.
May as well try. I wouldn't be opposed.
Okay. And with that, you can go ahead and get a short rest.
Bad.
But in a room with Harlan locked from the other side, magic seems to not destroy anything, or at least the ones that you've tried. We'll go ahead and take a short break, if you guys will. And we'll return.
Hey, as soon as I figured out how to short rest.
So we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute stand-up stretch, get your snacks, do your things, and we will return after that. So 10 minutes, if you guys would like to get into, I think it's Shift K to get into AFK? I think that's how it is, yeah.
Yeah, Shift K.
I will unmute everything when you guys return.
I don't know how to rest. Oh, there's short rest. I found it.
Yeah.
Ah!
Alrighty.
And then I think you can choose your hit dice as to what you want to use too. But
Oh, I just rolled. Fuck it.
Once you guys are all off of AFK, we'll go ahead and pick up where we left off. But for
sounds
that,
good.
we will be right back.
All right.
Sleep. Is it okay if I roll the D8 again?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you can
Okay.
use your hit dice.
I'm gonna do
Like
it.
the ones that you get, you can get your hit dice health worth. Like you can use as many as you have.
I'm fucking doing all of them because I'm a
Yep.
potato.
It is way more forgiving than 3.5.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself. Once you guys come back from AFK, we'll go ahead and start the second half of things.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out. I don't have anything to do. I am just gonna sit here. Welcome in. Oh man, let me see if you're still here, Matt Villaverrica. Matt, can I just call you Matt? Matt Villaverrica. I think that's how you say it. Welcome. Thank you so very much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. Did you stretch and get your hydrating potions? Yes. Well, no, not technically. The session is not done. This is first half. We will be right back. We are taking a 10-minute break. So far things have been, let me hydrate. Things are going well, I think. Madia caught herself in a very, very sticky situation. Went down. Harlan was no help. Missed attacks entirely, so that was fun. But yeah, welcome in, Chi. Thank you so very much for coming in, Eeyore. I really do appreciate it. For everybody that's here, let me go ahead and scroll through that. I know Angel's not here anymore, but thank you so very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Nowler, thank you for hanging out. Toast, thank you for hanging out. If you're still here, Onyx, thank you so very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. It has been a very good half of the session. A little thing that I think a few things that I'm thinking about doing is that instead of these going directly onto YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to save them so I can cut down the beginning and the middle so there's no like dead space within it. Though, I mean, it's still going to be in its entirety, right? But I do want to have it at least minimized for the first like 10 minutes and then the 10-minute break in between. Just, you know, there's nothing I have there that I can put. Maybe some way down, like time down the road, something will be there. But until then, it's going to be a bit. It's going to be a hot minute before I add anything. But thank you guys so very much. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing on YouTube. There's going to be more content going up. I do hope, I can't promise it, but I want to get at least one video that is not exactly VODs from Convergence. Something different is what I'm looking for. I really want to let's switch music because we're on break. This is break time. But I was talking about it last week, and I want to do player introductions. There is a lot of story there that is not being told yet. The backstory of Vic, the backstory of Madia, and Kaylin, and I would really like to tell those in a I don't know, a short form story, something like 10 minutes, just kind of like a TLDR. And I don't know, I think that'd be pretty cool. I have to write it. It's man, the problem with it is just when I start writing, I always end up in a situation where it doesn't sound right to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm repeating myself. Do you ever remember writing an essay and you use the same word over and over again? You're like, man, I've said this word way too many times. I need to change it. I need, what is it? Synonyms. I need synonyms. and I spend more time worrying about saying the same thing over and over, more so than writing the story that I want to write. It is such a pain in the ass. And there's so many people that are like, oh no, it's fine. You know, you're doing okay. You're harder on yourself than anybody else. You're fine. But I can't shut that part of my brain off. It stays. And I don't know how to quell it. Maybe one day it'll get easier. But I still get butterflies in the beginning of these sessions. I do. I start yawning a lot. I don't know why, but my brain just, it overwhelms itself to the point where I'm just yawning over and over again. I think it's just anxiety. Maybe we'll put a tag in there. Anxiety. Because at least the first 30 minutes of these sessions gives me that butterflies when I first started streaming. You know, like streaming video, like gameplay, is so easy to me because there's no format, there's no structure to it. It's just headcanon the whole way through. My brain is as active as it needs to be, whereas during these sessions I'm worried and concerned about how things will, I don't know, be perceived, the flow of things. I don't want people to get bored. I want the story to get moved along, and I'm worrying about a million things, you know, like everything entertaining, because obviously right at this point there is an audience. You know, you guys are here listening to the story that we're telling. So I worry about that. I'm like, okay, hopefully this is a good story. People are drawn in and they enjoy what's going on. Then I worry about the players as well. Like, hey, do I have something there? Did I just leave them at a roadblock? Are they having fun? You know, like, did I give them enough? Is there enough intrigue there to draw them into the story so that they're not left kind of wandering aimlessly or hoping that I throw them a bone? And it's always a difficult balancing act, you know? But I think as the sessions go on, I think there will be a little bit more fluidity, right? I don't even know if it's like it'll become smoother. I don't want to ever autopilot this, right? You know, I don't want to just have something coasting and then it fall into, oh well, it's already there. You know, then that's when the story gets boring. And I'm trying my best not to like get to that. So we're only 3 sessions in. I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna stay nervous for a long time, but it's good. I think that nervousness, that constant feeling of did I do a good job? As long as I maintain that, I think we'll be okay, right? I don't want people to expect or I don't want myself to just be like, okay, if the story is bad, it doesn't matter. People are going to be there. My players are going to have a good time. Like, I always want to have that little bit of fear, like, oh man, if it sucks, then it sucks. I have to do better next time. I have to maintain that pacing. I have received the required fluids. Perfect. We'll wait until Kaylin comes back, and then we'll continue from there. Yeah, I'm headcanoning right now. There's so much to think about, and I don't know, I'm nervous and excited for the future. There's a lot of things going on. I'm sorry there's no combat. I know you're at least itching to kill something, right? I am excited. That is perfect. Excellent. We'll go ahead and I'll unmute myself for now. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
My goodness.
Greetings.
Hello. We did it. We came back at the proper time. Amazing. Can you un-AFK yourself? Thank you. There you go. I see everything now.
Never.
I see it all.
AFK forever.
Yeah.
AFK forever.
But yeah, are we all good? Everybody had their potty break? No one's
I'm
peeing?
chaotically good.
All right, cool. That's awesome. You know, you should just do what I do, and I just catheter up before, so I don't ever have to take a break. I'm just kidding. Don't do that unless you have to, right? I feel like that's a weird thing. Imagine like actually cathetering so you don't have to stand up, like not even for medical reasons. What kind of person you would have to be to do that? I don't know. That's crazy.
World of Warcraft player.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe World of Warcraft. Yeah, maybe. Yo, props to anybody that's here, like old school raiders, yo. Like the dedication.
We wouldn't do the catheter, but we respect that you still do.
Yeah. As long as it gets drained at the end, right? There's no reason for you to have like 10 piss bottles by your desk, right? 3 at max. 3 at max.
3?
Yes,
at
3
max.
at max. I said at max, okay?
Oh, God.
Yeah, at max.
He said number, he didn't say size.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Okay,
Like-
I'm
Look at my
now
bucket
more
real quick.
more concerned than when
Yeah.
we started.
Like those the big sized Gatorade
Yeah,
jugs.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Or like
Please,
a
no.
I
water
feel like I
jug
need to
for-
do that for my job. Oh no.
Oh, toast, no.
You poor thing. You poor thing. But are we ready to return?
Hiya.
After I get that image out of my mind, yeah, I'm
Excellent,
fine.
excellent.
No, stay there.
No.
Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and shift it back. Wait, no, that's not the right one.
Ah,
There we go. Kaylin and Vic,
Yes.
you make your way into Einsamherz. Vic, knowing the way, Kaylin, you are just a passenger on this adventure at this point. You've never been here. At least I don't think you have. No, you haven't.
No.
Eventually, through the winding catwalks and various underpasses, like this Einsamherz is effectively a maze that to traverse properly. There's an open area. Oh no, they were here in Einsamherz, but not where you're taking them.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you make it to the very same warehouse that Remy was posted up in. Doesn't take long. There's no knocking needed. You do hear his voice from the side. Oh, you brought a friend.
I did. I hope that's all right. He knows this stays here,
All right.
doesn't he? And I look at him again.
Kalen just nods. He's a bit nervous now. We've hyped this up.
All right. Let's go inside. We can talk. He leads you inside. And again, you are back in his workshop. There's just varying tools and objects of differing qualities. Kalen, this is like you're a kid in a candy store at this point. You are seeing devices that you've never seen, very similar to what you've seen around Theron, but different. Seems like this individual likes to deal in scraps and pieces that people throw away, and found a way to repurpose it to his needs.
I think Kalen he would notice it, but I think he's too focused on trying to find his best friend Madia.
All right, so what's going on?
It's difficult to explain when I don't have all the information myself, but those explosions it was the eastern quarter, right?
Yes, the eastern quarter.
On the eastern quarter. It seems that a friend of this one ended up there. She's a healer of sorts and felt she needed to help. However, it seems on her way out, she was taken by these figures in leather cloaks and a mask with blue reflectors. Don't know where we kind of know where they've taken her, but we don't know why or how to get in.
There was a symbol of 3 moons on the ground. Do you know anything about it?
Go ahead and higher low.
Are you joking?
No.
I should have said nothing. I should have shut my damn mouth. I should have known better. Okay. What do you think, artist? Hi. Okay.
Asking artist.
All right, good luck. Oh.
Said low, right?
Oh my god.
How do you do that? How does she do it? I thought I was bad at this. Next time, I'm gonna take whatever she says and just invert it. Okay.
There you go.
I'm
Go ahead.
showing you all.
It's fine. Here's the thing, I don't know anything about it. But I have seen it. I've seen it around in several places. I don't know what it means, though.
Where have you seen it?
There are... Down here in Einsamherz, there's a lot of abandoned warehouses. And there are 3 that are marked for that, with that very same symbol.
Is it possible these are all hideouts for these people we're looking for?
I could only assume so.
Do you know anything about them? The ones in the cloaks and masks?
The individuals? No. This is a recent... I only started noticing these symbols around the city about a year ago. I thought it was just markings from the gangs, but then it started to expand. With everything that was going on in the roughs, well, I don't know, it was too coincidental.
So no further ahead than we were before.
Do you know of the metal door?
Oh, the entrance is from the outside of the wall to Einsamherz. Yeah, no, those have been decommissioned for some time. No one goes in and out of those.
Well, these people did.
Wait, what?
That's what we were told. Do you know how they're opened?
Well, yes, you need to have specific authorization. And no one, aside from, at this point, the Varlian Council, would have any access to those.
Varlian Council.
Who are they?
That's, yeah.
Well, the Varlian Council, there's the new ruling body of Pernios, made up of, anyone that's still around. House Set. Aaron Credulo. He kind of pauses for a bit. There's a few others that are on there, but I don't know. It just seems a little far-fetched to them being connected to it. Aside from Credulo.
Are you saying that Credulo would know what this symbol would be and what these doors are?
Not necessarily. The symbols themselves were a recent addition to Pernios. But having access, or at least being able to access the doors, that's council written all over it. No one would have access to it, and the only ones that could authorize such thing is anyone that is active.
So Credulo would know how to open the door.
House Set, the Schultz family, Credulo family, among two others, yes.
I see.
You know what's on the other side of the doors?
Well, usually, on most of the ones on the outside, they were all maintenance and control rooms. You see, do you know anything about the city?
Only just arrived. I know very little. Vic?
I lived here once, but it was a long time ago.
Well, this city used to move. And many of the mechanisms that were used to control every aspect were hidden behind maintenance hatches. Obviously, they don't want the normal populace that has no knowledge in these kinds of mechanics nosing around, so the outsides where the roughs are, well, that used to be a place where a wall would go up. But since centuries passed, that fell into disrepair. The wall was destroyed. Only remnants of it, obviously. You remember flying into, or at least taking the crafts into Pernios, there are major sections of the walls that are destroyed and plated over with steel. But it is not the way it was, or once was.
Mm-hmm.
Most of those hatches were used during the defense of Pernios. It was a last-ditch effort to bolster any invading, or at least deter people from trying anything. Most of those hatches led to weapon caches. So,
These people, they had reports said that they had someone else with them. What was his name? Kalen.
His name was Holland.
Harland. Do you
Yeah.
know anything
Harlan
of this
Varvel,
Harland?
yes.
They took him too.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I've been told.
Any idea who he is?
For a long time, he was an outsider. He came to the city a few years back. And, I mean, he joined Golden Sippy. Was very prominent. He made a lot of coin. People wanted to party up with him. Said that usually if you went along with him, you were safe. He took his money and, for the most part, purchased a big portion of the roughs. He bought off most of the gangs in there, and they saw that as a neutral area then. Which caused people to start to move in, flood in there, and increased the economy in that area. He's done a pretty good job of it, but beyond that, I'm sure he's not native to Pernios.
Seems someone was not satisfied with the piece he'd created.
How do we get into this place then?
Into the doors? I'm not sure. I mean, your ties to Theron might serve you well, but there's a lot of red tape that needs to be unveiled, and I don't know. Theron's not really one to play nice.
You don't say.
Is there any other way in?
Within the weapon caches, no. Most of those tunnels have been either decommissioned or collapsed.
I guess Cordula it is then.
Oh wait, hold on. And go ahead and one of you high or low D100. Kaylin, would you like to take this one?
Sure. No.
Oh, okay. I'll go low.
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, and he ruffles through. He goes to his desk, and there is just tubes and tubes. They look like architects' blueprint holders. And he pulls some out, and he starts to unravel dozens of maps. It's like, no. There are 2 of these warehouses that I saw. I'm sure of it. There are 2 of these warehouses that I know for a fact connect to those caches. And he pulls up another map, and you see X's along it. You see right here. Yeah, they line up, they match. These 2 warehouses connect. And if you're on the eastern side, these are the only 2 that would be accessible to those areas.
Can we recognize like through these maps if any of them like relate to the door we were standing in front of?
Go ahead
Like
and
the
roll an
X's he's pointing at?
investigation.
Sure.
Can I roll that too?
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh.
Never mind. I don't think I need to.
Go ahead anyways. See what
Yeah,
happens.
do it anyways. Yeah.
Roll me a D100. I'm just kidding.
Double nat 20.
Yeah, double nat 20.
Oh, not quite. Damn.
Vic,
no.
your knowledge of Pernios is vast. You were created here. Your purpose was to patrol. Your purpose was to know the routes.
Mm-hmm.
Any type of rebellion, you were there. You were tasked to find and snuff them out. Out of the two, you know exactly one of them had a service tunnel leading into, or at least where that cache is located. So out of the two, you are able to pinpoint the one warehouse that would have a connection to that door.
I'll point it out on the map. Here, this is where we need to go.
I think you're right. That he kind of shuffles through a couple of like, no, that's absolutely.
How do you know?
Oh. Long time ago, I was tasked with, well, I had jobs to do down here to, at the time, secure the city. This was one of the known areas that we were made to patrol regularly. There's a tunnel that goes to this warehouse. It's fairly easily found. If it's still there, it can get us where we need to go.
Yeah, I knew you were a hero.
Oh. Keep throwing that word around. Not what I am. And I kind of look at Remy. But in the meantime, we should get moving. Thank you again, Remy.
Yeah, of course, but do you think it would be wise going in through the warehouse?
Don't know how much time we have. From what we understand, the one we're after, let's just say she wasn't faring well when they took her to begin with. So the sooner we can find her, the better.
Exactly. We greatly appreciate your help. Thank you very much. We do need to make our way as soon as we can.
All right. I trust your judgment.
Vic just kind of gives a nod. I'll be back later with information for you. Once this is through, tell you what I know.
Good luck.
Just gives a nod and exits the warehouse.
All right. So, with no other option, well, you do have an option. You're going to make your way to the warehouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the direct path to the warehouse.
I don't like the way you phrased that, but yes.
I don't either, but yes. Yeah.
Well, either way, it will take a bit to get there. Einsamherz is a very winding path maze of a place. There are many interconnected warehouses and catwalks that lead, especially in this time. Some have fallen into disrepair and others have just broken off entirely to the pool of Rolium below, the glowing blue color kind of illuminating this area. Madia,
Hello.
you're sitting around for a while and Harland is getting restless. You see him pacing more and more, kind of muttering to himself.
Doing all right there, bud?
I've seen better days, but no worse for wear.
There's nothing we can really do. We just have to wait. For now.
He's a little jumpy.
Sure you don't know something about this?
I could ask you the same question.
I can tell you, I've never seen individuals like that before. Let alone, well, no, I've been under city before once, but this, I don't even know where. Like, this is a big ass building with a small ass room. Wait, everything's connected with the city, be a big building.
Okay. I mean, the building itself, yes, everything's connected. The city under the city is an interconnected maze. The sewer lines, the waterways, everything. They're all connected in some way. You can get to one point to another, depending upon if it's closed off or not. Well, it's left up to debate.
Maybe we need to just chat to get your mind off things, because there's nothing we can really do in the meantime, so may as well chat. Get to know each other a little more.
He's just kind of worried at this point. This is not right. This is not how it's supposed to be.
How is it supposed to be then?
He shrugs it off. Doesn't say anything. You see him look down at his hand again, the left hand, the gauntlet on it.
Look, if you know something, maybe I can help. Or try to.
No, I don't know what's going on. Just... Sorry. It's just... No, I don't know what's going on.
Can I inspect the gauntlet, at least from a distance?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Eight.
It's your standard gauntlet, though the material that it's made out of is black obsidian, and at a closer inspection you can see it almost ripples. And the color dances off of it, kind of like an oil slick on water.
It's an interesting gauntlet. Where'd you find something like that?
I don't know, I was roaming around and eventually I ended up with this.
Where were you roaming around, if you don't mind my asking?
It was a ruin somewhere in the mountains north of here.
Hearing him say that, I'm gonna more absent-mindedly just kind of reach for the amulet. Mind if I take a look at it?
You reach for the amulet?
More absent-mindedly, but I just ask him if I can inspect the gauntlet.
As you touch the amulet and inspect the gauntlet, both your mind and Harlan's mind share thoughts.
What?
He immediately looks up at you with eyes wide open. They talk to you too.
As she nods. So yours speaks.
Not much anymore, but it did.
What was the last thing it said?
It was telling me that something bad was gonna happen in the East Quadrant.
Exactly what mine said. Oh, more, don't go to the East Quadrant. And I went to the East Quadrant.
I did the same. Told me to stay away.
Interesting.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Doing the exact opposite of the voices in our head.
Yeah. I guess it keeps things a little interesting. Okay?
I guess. And he looks down. Sometimes it feels a bit of a burden.
Yes, but I'm sure there's a reason for its guidance.
I wouldn't get too close to it.
Why not?
He kind of just shakes. Stays quiet. Just a hunch.
It seems to know something. It always seems to be one step ahead. Or two. Usually three.
Seems to know a lot of things.
Doesn't it make you curious, though? How it knows?
Not necessarily. I've gotten curious before, and he kind of averts his face, the visor still covering his eyes. Let's just say you don't want to stare too long.
What did you see?
He just stays still, silent for moments.
Harland? What did you see?
I don't know. I couldn't make sense of it. It was everything. I don't know how to explain it, but it was everything. It was like life, thousands of lifetimes put into one.
And it just showed you this one day.
Yes. And again recently.
I think it was trying to tell you something, or prepare you for something.
I don't know. I was in this cavern, and there was this boulder or something in the center. Looked like it was torn through. Veins of light running along.
Were they blue?
He looks up at you. Yes.
Okay, don't lick it.
What?
What?
He just shrugs it off.
Out of character, we found out that was called. It wasn't Cerillicite. It was. What did Yulo say again?
Well, technically, you didn't know what it was, especially from what you. I mean, he did call it Viralium.
Viralium. Right.
But that wasn't in reference to what you saw, since you were very vague as to replying it. So.
Right.
Yeah.
See, well, I had this odd dream once, and I saw this crystal thing in a rock. A roundish rock that kind of seemed to flake away. It was like, it had all these veins and stuff on it.
It was cracked in the center.
Yeah. And in my dream, I licked it. I don't know why.
I did not do that.
Yeah, don't do that. You will see every color and more. And I think it kills you. I was having a bad time after.
It was when I reached forward to grab at whatever it was in the center. That was when the same thing happened to me.
So we both saw the same thing, or similar. That's weird. When did you see this? Because mine was probably 2 days ago, ish.
That's when it happened to me.
Huh.
I was minding my own business and suddenly, just in an instant, it was like an eternity passed, but only a few seconds.
Yeah. I'm now even more confused than ever.
I don't know what's going on.
Wait. What if the ones that brought you want something to do with it? Or them? They? What? I don't know. You ever got a name? I don't think I got a name for mine.
No. Nothing was told. No name was given to me as well. He slumps down, presses his back against the wall, and you can hear it just like slime. But he doesn't care. Don't understand why we... He just pauses for a bit. We were told not to be here, and here we are.
Because they were stubborn. And it'd be a fairly accurate description. It seems to know when and where we're needed, though. Which is still something I wonder.
I don't know. I tried to stop listening. I've listened countless times and it's gotten me through so much. But every time I got closer and closer. Things started to change. Things got worse.
Worse in what way?
He doesn't respond to that question.
Okay. So, Kind of hold the amulet for a bit. Look towards the door. Wonder. What? Have you figured out what yours can do? Maybe you can help us here.
If it was going to help, it should have done it already. We've been trapped in here for hours and still we sit caged.
Perhaps it's not yet safe to leave. Actually, with my short rest, I don't get any spells back yet.
You don't.
Well, I don't know, but it's odd that the two of us were brought here. And odd that we happened to run into each other, wouldn't you say?
At this point, it's far beyond coincidental.
Do you know of anyone else with things like this?
I'm not sure. You're the first that I've ever experienced that with.
If we ever get out of here, we'll need to talk. Say, I'm curious. Whether for better or for worse.
And as your voice echoes out on the other side of the iron door, you don't know when or who, you just hear, "It seems like the canary has gotten herself into a cage."
Oh, you son of a...
And we'll go ahead and end right there.
No!
And that is the end of the session.
Why do you do this to me?
Teehee.
God damn it.
Teehee.
Oh shit.
Yes. That is the
Okay, we're
session,
almost there.
everybody. We're almost there. Yeah, you guys are making your way.
Yes.
Y'all, I'm so fucked. You
This
have
is
no
why we don't
idea.
split the party.
Oh fuck.
Look, there was a chance that you could have gotten away. It's just Harland missed both.
Everything.
So the chances of them hitting you would have been less. But, well, here we are.
God damn it. It's this asshole again. I can't even.
That's why we don't split the party.
With much more. Yes, yes. For those that are curious, the VODs will be up on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube.com/@damnsleepy will take you to the channel that you want to subscribe to.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, thank you guys for coming in. I hope it was fun for you guys. Was it fun? I hope it was fun.
Yes.
It was, of
but
course.
those freaking cliffhangers, man. They kill
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm upset. that
Wait.
You asked for so many U100s from me. You know that's a weakness of mine.
There were certain roles that I was like, I have to leave this up to chance, you know? Like, I have to leave it up to chance.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
asking me,
Yeah, well, you know,
asking me high or low, that's a trap. That's entrapment. I
sometimes
always pick wrong.
sometimes you just, I don't know, it's Gamba. It's
And
Gamba.
somehow artist picks worse.
Well, you know, eventually with a decent nat 20, with one nat 20, you eventually found a warehouse. Now, I mean,
Wasn't even mine.
yeah, exactly. A nat 20, not yours, but just one, just one.
Yeah. That's all it took. Was just one.
Yeah,
Some
just
bullshit.
should have gone with medium. Exactly.
Yeah, I should medium. High or low? Aggressively neutral, please.
Yeah, just
How about 50?
in the middle.
Just 50.
In the middle.
43.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
fuck.
go middle, I guarantee you would have rolled like a 10 below or 90 above.
Probably, yes. Yeah.
But thank you guys so very much. I really do hope that you had fun. I can't wait to see what happens because I don't know, there might be some combat next time. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
We
Oh yeah,
might-
with Madia with no spells and 1 HP.
No
yeah,
spells.
I don't
Yeah.
have 1 HP anymore. I will fall
Oh, that's right, you
over
short
if I
rested.
sneeze, though.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
They look at me and sneeze, I die.
Yup.
It's okay. You got cantrips. You got cantrips.
I'm looking forward to the TBK next week.
I'm so
I can't wait. Look, all I'm saying is that Madia could have left.
I could have.
There were chances that Madia could have left and there could have been completely different from what you are experiencing right now.
Let me put it this
And I-
way. Medea has decent stats in many things. Intelligence is not one of them.
Okay. All right.
And I,
my god.
I need to ask something of you, Sleepy.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
If ever there is a situation of life and death in this party, never, ever ask me to do high or low, please. Just pick for me and fucking roll it.
You sure you don't want to leave a TPK up to a high or low?
We know exactly how it's gonna end, Sleepy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm not leaving it to anything. I'm telling you, don't kill the party by doing that.
no
not chance.
kill. Oh
I'll
boy.
fail it.
TPK!
Oh man.
TPK!
It's okay. Vic's gonna get mind controlled. He'll turn on the both of you, and then
No, I
Oh,
swear to God,
no.
if Vic turns on us, I'm a shit.
All of a sudden, crown.
yes,
No!
it's just crown all over
Okay,
again.
to be fair, if you were to ever meet Crown, for those who are curious, I run a community D&D session on the weekends, so Sundays and Mondays alternating. You can check that on my Discord, exclamation Discord. But Crown is Vic32, aka Bam Scout's character that he also plays on the community session. So if you guys would want to join on those community sessions, you can check it out.
Yeah.
Except for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm
yeah.
playing Visky.
Yeah, true. Visky will be up there. But to be fair, if you were to meet Crown right now, he would only be level 3.
True.
Fair.
Yeah.
True.
But he would still get mind controlled and beat the
Probably.
shit out of us.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds on par with what is supposed to happen with Crown.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I think,
Or he would just look at it and be like, "That's not his problem."
Yeah.
I think if my character made a guest appearance, it would just make everyone confused with the name.
I know. Wait, who?
Whom?
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Vishalo would just have glowing middle fingers everywhere.
I love it. I love it. Oh boy. But thank you guys so very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And I mean,
Of course.
there's always next week.
There is.
Always
There is
gonna be
indeed
next week.
another week that happens next time.
TPK next
Yeah.
week? Huh?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Maybe.
there are chances there is a potential for combat, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll talk our way out of it. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll
That's-
see.
Oh yeah, with all that diplomacy we have.
Oh man, I got so much diplomacy.
think you-
So much I'm not even expecting it.
I think you guys will be fine.
I should name my Warhammer diplomacy.
And I named my spear discretion.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
exactly.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
But thank you guys so very much. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do sign-offs. So, I mean, we'll finish off with that. Medea, Serious Whimsy, where can they find you?
Hi. You can find me on Twitch there at serious_whimsy. Do some D&D there Fridays, and maybe art streams other days. We'll see.
Yes. Vic32, Bam Scout. Where can
Yeah.
we find you?
I can also be found on Twitch at twitch.tv/BamScout. I also am part of Whimsy's D&D Friday campaign. And my stream schedule is non-existent currently, so I stream whenever I want to. But tune in regardless whenever I do. Do it.
Do it.
And Kaylin, the quest for gold.
I am also part of Whimsy's campaign, and wherever there is fighting to be had, wherever there is verbal battles to be fought, whenever you believe that you can say something that is scientifically slightly inaccurate,
Or there's a higher low to be rolled.
Oh
or there is a high or low to be failed, I will be there.
Brilliant.
I'm also at youtube.com/now I'm sleepy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And it seems as though we have a common denominator here. We are all on all of us are on the Friday session. So if you want to catch me as a player rather than a DM, I will be over on Serious Whimsy's channel on Fridays along with all of these awesome people, as well as, you can find content here or on YouTube. YouTube/@NamSleepy if you would do so. It'd be cool. I wouldn't hate it.
It'd be
But
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, join us for some Super Scuffed Friday D&D.
Hell yeah. Come join the Discord. Come join the community D&D if you so choose. We have 7 Days to Die as well. If you would like to do that as well, that is free to join as long as you're in the community. You can hop on in and kill some zombies or die to zombies, whichever one you decide to do.
Wait,
usually die.
Isn't that the name? Isn't that the name of the next session?
True. Well, it's getting very close to it. So yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
It'll be a time.
Thank you guys so very much for hanging out, and I guess we'll do a final sign out. So thank you guys very much for hanging out, and I will catch you next week.
Have a good
Sounds
one. Thank you
good.
for
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you for joining. Bye. But thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Again, my socials, you can catch me on Twitch here if there's anybody that is new. The VODs will be up on youtube.com/@NamSleepy. They use the @ signs now to find people. I don't know if that's implemented within the search bars, but I know if you do, youtube.com/@NamSleepy, it'll pop up. What else? I will have some new YouTube videos going up by the end of this month. I am working on one. I am still writing the script for it, but it will be a deep, or not even a deep dive, but like maybe a shallow, we're gonna be wading into the backstory of Vic32 and how he became to be. This touches on the stories of the Evangard, so if you want to learn lore and story, just little cliff notes about the world that we are playing and Convergence, keep an eye out for that. And that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, have a good night, have a great day, have a great evening, wherever you're from. Just have a good one, okay? And we will be right back on Saturday. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a pleasure and an honor, a privilege, all of it. Thank you. Bye, guys.